daytime and it's sunny.
Is it blurred? You got the blur?
I got the blur, but the blur doesn't work so good during the day. All right, we're live, I think, on everything but Instagram so far. Come on, Instagram.
Live.
It's always a little sticky.
What?
A little sticky on Instagram. Like it just.
What? Watch that word. It's a little sticky. People like plug it in and be like, what the hell is this live about? Again, what?
We're talking about sticky weight. Okay, why isn't this going live? It says it's connected. There we go.
What the hell is this live about?
That just came onto Instagram. All right. Hey guys, happy Thursday. We are early today for our session live with Danny K because she has a previous engagement already for tonight. Sometimes it's nice to pop in the afternoons and see our afternoon crowd anyway, right, Danny?
Yeah.
What is everybody up to? If you're here with us, say hi in the comments. Danny, where are you at?
I am in Westminster, Maryland, bitches.
And I'm in Winnipeg, Canada.
We're having a heat wave. It's 32 degrees.
So what is that in Celsius? I think that's like 5, 6, around there.
I don't know.
I just know that 60 is like 16 because if we go to Florida and it's 60, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so cold.
Oh. God, I'm welcoming 60. Let's bring it.
No kidding, right? It's actually we're just at 0 today, so we're not freezing and we're not warm. We're right at that 0 mark Celsius. So it's coming, guys. Spring's coming. Guess what? We're gonna start talking about spring. We're gonna start talking about summer. What does that mean? Shorts and tank tops, guys. Beach bodies, and we want to be ready for it. So today we're continuing our conversation, guys. I'm just going to quickly put up a couple of slides. We didn't do slides today. Today is going to be more of a raw conversation about the things that came up from last week's live that we did. So if you guys didn't catch it, make sure to go over to Danny's Facebook or my Facebook, go and look for the recording, or we have it here and I can put it up into Vimeo too and send it to you. So guys, don't miss that because we talked about 4 weight loss myths that are keeping your body stuck last week. I'm sure a lot of us can relate to that woman and her face and that scale, and she probably wants to throw it out the window. But that we're talking today, guys, about the things that we tend to believe or hear or what's right or what's wrong, and so much contradiction out there, through all the diet phases that we've gone through, Danny, and all the people coming out, don't eat carbs, do keto, do paleo, go on the Mediterranean diet. What was Susie? Who was the one that was like, eat carbs, eat a lot of carbs? What's that? And carb cycling. And we've got now, of course, all of the shots and all of that stuff that people are taking. We've done quite a few segments on that. So you guys need that too. But I want to introduce Danny. If you're tuning in on her Facebook, then you already know who Danny Knight is, better known as Danny K. But if you're looking at my stuff, or this is the first time you're happening upon her stuff, we welcome you. She is the owner of Danny K Gym and Wellness. You can see her in this video, you guys. You can see how fit she is. She gets results for her people. She's done this for over 3 decades. She's the Jillian Michaels of Maryland. And soon, I feel like I always want to say she's a fitness trainer to the stars, but but she's had an incredible journey. If you ever want to hear her story and things that have happened in her life and where she's been, the hip hop dancing, the Janet Jackson, all of that stuff, it's a really fun conversation, guys. But now she's focused on wellness and energy as well with her people over 40. She's working in hormone health with her clients as well, bringing them into balance, helping them understand their bodies after 40. Because that can be a frustrating freaking place to be, guys. And we talk a lot about this stuff. We share with you. I'll bring up the slides for what we do share at the end. But, Danny, this conversation is huge. And we've got a few things we want to touch on. But how was feedback from last week? And do you have people going, oh my gosh, you're opening my eyes to so much?
Yeah, I mean, constantly, every single time we do a live, everybody's, just like, what, and that's me. Like, everything is resonating with people. And the reason it's resonating with people is because we're real people and we're talking about real things and finding real solutions, not quick fixes, not something that, is going to cause other problems where you need other synthetic meds to counteract those things, which causes it's a spiral down,
Yeah.
But we talk real life, real things, and we make it as easy as possible because people have crazy lives, you know what I mean? So yeah, I mean, if I could have told you what I did in this last hour, like,
right, I know. That was kind of my
crazy.
morning too. It was insane. Car and working out and calls and just like nonstop go, 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 right?
Yeah.
And a lot of times, guys, especially post-COVID, of course, a lot of people are now working from home. You're not getting out as much. You're not getting up and down stairs at the office. You're not doing all of those things. But really, the after 40 crowd, a lot of what we hear so much, especially when women enter perimenopause, that kind of era of their life, is all of the things that seem to work before, the working out, the way you eat, like you're doing all the right things, right? The things that used to work stop working. And we're going to get more into hormonal imbalance at the end, but we want to talk about some of the myths that are keeping our bodies stuck. Last week we had a great conversation, but we had a few things that came up during that call. Let's talk about spot reduction, because you did bring that up briefly in last week's call. And this is something, I mean, how many of us are like, oh, if I just do enough crunches and enough ab work and enough, if I just do enough squats, I'm going to build that booty and, all of that stuff. But talk about overall body weight and how we can reduce overall, build overall, Danny.
I mean, sorry guys, but you cannot spot reduce. Like I've 34 years in this industry and I have yet to find out how to do that. Like it's not possible. And the way your body works is you're losing body fat all over. Like when you're losing a pound, you're losing, whatever like we're assuming that it's body fat that you lost. You're doing everything correctly. You're losing body fat, not muscle. But, when you lose a pound, 2 pounds, 3 pounds, hopefully of all just fat, you're losing it all in every single, portion of your body. The thing that you have to know is even in your big area, my belly, like it's not leaving my belly. It is. If you remember from last week when, I said about the snow, I think it was last week, the snow where, you have 2 inches and 3 feet drift, if you let the sun melt it, it's, if you lose 2 inches here and you see the driveway, you lost 2 inches over here, you just can't tell because that's a thicker area, right? So it needs more sun, more melting. So that's just exactly how your body works. It's like, oh, I'm losing it here and I'm losing it here, but I'm not losing it there. Well, you are losing it there. It's just one of the last, your problem areas are going to be, unfortunately, I'm sorry, the last ones to go or to see the actual, results.
Right.
So, I mean, crunches, all the crunches, and that's another myth. All the crunches in the world is not going to flatten your stomach. Think about this and I always tell people this. So back in the day, women would always come into the gym and they were like, I don't want to do my upper body because I don't want to get bigger, but but you come in and do your legs every single day. Well, but I'm slimming them down. No, hold on. Wait a minute. You can't, the weights don't know whether you're slimming or, like they're not smart. They're not AI weights, right? So if you're doing weights on your lower body because you're trying to trim it down, and you're afraid to do weights on your upper body because you're afraid that they're going to get bigger, like, do you hear yourself talking? You know what I mean? Like you just did an oxymoron. So it's not the weights that are slimming you down or bulking you. It's your calories, it's your protein, it's the heaviness of the weights. But also keep in mind that women have 1/10 the testosterone that men have. So you're not going to bulk. Like, I mean, I've been lifting heavy for God. I mean, I do 50-pound dumbbell curls. I mean, my bicep is not huge, right? Because I'm not feeding the calories, right? I'm not doing 5,000 calories to bulk that, right? So it's not about the weights. It's not about the free weights. It's not about the dumbbells. And good Lord, we just busted all kinds of shit right here. We just busted a lot. Exactly. You know what I mean? because women think, oh, if I lift a dumbbell, it's going to make me bulky. No, it's not. You know what I mean? A 10-pound dumbbell is not going to make you bulky just because you picked it up. You know, it's all these other things that go inside.
Right. So I'm going to lead us to our fourth myth, because we had 3 that we've written down and that we knew we were going to talk about. I have a question, and it doesn't need to be a myth. It's more of a question. What is better for a woman who is looking to slim down, who is looking to burn max calories, who is looking to lose fat? Is it better to go lightweight, more reps? Or is it better to use heavier weight and go to fatigue? And also with sit-ups and crunches, should we be going to fatigue, or do we just do, 30-second sets? Like, what is the best thing if they want to maximize actual fat loss?
Right. So especially in menopause age, especially with us aging like this, and we're in menopause, premenopause, the scale's not moving, we feel stuck. Lifting heavy. You lift as heavy as you can lift. And like I said, women, you are not going to bulk. You're not eating bulk calories. You're not lifting bulk weight. I mean, even if 15 pounds is heavy for you and you can only get 8 reps out, it's not going to happen. Plus the fact you're not going to go from this little arm to this big arm overnight. You're going to see those changes, like, oh, hold on. So that's what I always tell women. Definitely you want to lift as heavy as you can. One, we are losing muscle. Like, you know what I mean? As soon as you hit that 30, whatever, and you start our hormones start declining, we're losing muscle. So if we're not increasing muscle or finding some way of increasing muscle, we're going to keep in that loss. We're also, as we age, we're losing bone density. And what helps the natural way of doing bone, like increasing your bone density? Weight resistance.
Yeah.
So I always say we're lifting heavy. We're lifting as heavy as you possibly can, not struggle and I can only get 3 reps out. Decent reps of like 10. Like all of my women clients, I have them on reps of 10 to what they're at now. And, they might start off with 8-pound dumbbell curls. Within a month or 2, they might be up to the 12s and the 15s. So it's slow incremental, right? You're slowly increasing your weight, but everything is done properly. And as far as the cardio, I used to think, because I always do these Tabatas, which is fast-paced cardio for 20 seconds and 10-second rest. Do it for 8 minutes. Boom. Well, and running and all of this stuff, all of this like hardcore fast cardio is good if you're training for something. But if you're a female in menopause, perimenopause, scale stuck, you don't know what the hell to do, the best thing for us is slow cardio. That's why Angel and I have challenged each other with the 12-3-30. I have, and I hate cardio, guys. I hate cardio. But I had to start doing cardio when I hit like 50, 51, when I started going into menopause. But I was doing the Tabatas, you know what I mean? Or like real hardcore interval training. And that was working for a little bit and then it stopped. Well, why did it stop? I don't know. And that's when I started going down this rabbit hole of trying to fix something. And, thank God, the last 2 years with, the hormones optimization support that I found, the FFP method, the right way to do cardio. Like I am beyond ecstatic. Like I freaking love, like I looked at a picture of me back before I started even the FFP. I was on the gel, but before the FFP, and my arms were like flat, no cuts, whatever. And now they're cut again. I'm feeling amazing.
You look great. Guys, the FFP method, another one. If you didn't catch that, go back in our Facebook timelines. They actually, I think, start disappearing soon because we did that about 30 days ago. So we have the recordings. We can get that to you as well. I think I did put that up. So guys, it's all a method that Danny teaches of eating that gets the similar results to those injections, the unhealthy injections, doing it naturally with eating. I want to ask one more question, because if this is a question I have, I'm hoping other women might have it too. Oh, and Donna's asking if you can come to Fishkill, New York.
I see that. Yeah, absolutely. I got you.
So one question I have, I tend to carry, if I'm not like in super lean, like my best shape, my arms are chubby. I've had that since a kid and it drives me nuts, right? So when it comes to lifting heavy, my fear is that my fat on my arms is going to turn to muscle and I don't want that bulk. So am I crazy or is it like, okay, I'm crazy?
Yes, because fat never turns into muscle.
Okay.
Fat will burn and muscle will, and the muscle that you have will increase.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So that's what a lot of people, a lot of people think that, oh, I'm turning, or they'll just say, yeah, like guys, yeah, I'm turning my fat into muscle. No, you're not. You're burning it. You're burning the fat and you're increasing your lean tissue. That your fat cannot turn into muscle. It can be burnt, melted away, and then muscle is increased.
Okay, that's good to know because I was like body weight exercises work good for me, right? For my arms and getting lean, like Pilates and yoga and all of that stuff. But yeah, so I was curious, is lifting heavy okay for my arms? If is the desired effect I'm going to get.
Yeah. And then the other thing is like, so do your heavy kickbacks or some body weight stuff like dips and stuff like that, and tricep push-ups or whatever, hit some tricep push downs heavy, but like I said before, if you feel like they're getting a little bit toner, a little bit firmer, but now they might be getting maybe peaking at the getting big, then tone it down and just do toning exercises, more weight, more,
I got a cut in there. We were at dinner the other day and I looked at Paul and like, feel this, look at this. Right? But yeah, I still got the chubby on the back, right? So it's like, what the heck? Come on, man, just get off of there. But our bodies are fun places to live in.
Yeah.
So we want to talk about, this was one that came up last week too, because there's contradiction here for me and my food noise as well that's going on in my head. You hear eat at specific times a day, get your protein, get as much protein as you can, like within certain parameters, follow your macros, all of this stuff, right? So eat. And, some of the meal plans that you get that fit your body, eat, all in all, like all you feel like you're doing is eating. Then you hear other people who are like, stay in tune with your body. Only eat when you're hungry. Why would you eat at any other time if you're not hungry? And I tend to do that one more because that's what feels better for me. But I don't know if I'm messing it all up by doing that. So help.
So up until the FFP method, I was that stickler, CICO, calories in, calories out, meal plan. I would do breakfast, snack, lunch, snack, dinner, small meals, because I was taught that eating the small meals throughout the day keeps your metabolism fueled, right? Well, guess what? And that might be true, but guess what else it's doing? It's fueling your insulin spikes. So you're going through insulin spikes. So by eating those small meals throughout the day, multiple small meals throughout the day, you are creating insulin resistance. And that is bad. We don't want that. We want insulin sensitivity. So honestly, I eat twice a day. That's it. And I feel amazing. And the fiber first, I'm telling you, the fiber first, the FFP method, it fills me up. There's no hunger. There's no cravings.
Tell people about it a bit. Give them like the 60-second overview of FFP, because if they didn't tune in, I'm sure they're like, what the heck is she talking about? I need this. What is it?
Well, shame on them for not tuning in. First of all. Donna, don't make me have to come up here. But no, so FFP is fiber, fat, and protein. And then I personally like to put FFPC. And then we could go FFPCF. So that would be fiber, fats, protein, carbs, fruit. Eat it in that order, and you are going to be freaking amazed. I'm telling you, I feel like even on cheat day, like I'm ordering a pizza and a side of steamed broccoli, and they're looking at me like, what the hell? And I eat all my broccoli first, and then I dive into my pizza, and I still, and I might not eat the whole pizza like I used to,
right?
But because the fiber fills me up. But then guess what? The fiber fills me up. It stops the insulin spike. So that's what fiber first does. It stops the insulin spike. So we're feeding the liver, starving the gut, right? So you're eating the fiber first. I have, 2, maybe 3, depending on how big the slices of pizza or however they're cut or whatever. And I'm good.
Right.
You know what I mean? Can I get a box? And they look at me like, what? Danny, you never get a box. I know. You know?
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, and I'm not full. I mean, I'm satisfied. I'm not like, oh my God, I just ate
Right.
carbs. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like, ooh, you know?
There you go, guys. It's that simple. But will you do it, right? It's the discipline of doing that first. Having the fiber there. You've shared too about the fiber sticks, making it easy, guys. There's easy ways to get your fiber.
And this, I did a live today this morning on this system that I'm doing now, this metabolic reset program. But it is that easy. Like, I'm like, people say, oh, if it's easy, it's not, whatever, it's not going to last or whatever. I'm telling you, it is the most easiest thing. I'm not counting calories. I'm loving life that I do not have to count calories. That is, because again, if you're doing, the fiber, the fats and proteins, then the carbs, by the time you get to those carbs, you have a bite or two. You're not depriving yourself of those carbs. You're eating a couple of bites. You're like, you know what? I'm full. I can't eat no more. I don't want it. That's why you're not counting calories. My mind is blown from this shit.
Yeah, and that's amazing, guys. And this is somebody with Danny's experience bringing to you what she's learning as a nutritionist over the last few decades of things that she's already like been doing and come to believe. And now her mind's being blown by this new method. So you need to be tuning in with her. You need to be connected with her. I'm going to share something because I only have 6 minutes, guys. I'm on a very tight schedule today, but I want to add this to our screen here. We have this product that we market. Danny and I are both, we both, obviously, Danny loves health and wellness. I love health and wellness as well. And it's always been my passion to share incredible products with people. And this is one product that we share and Danny shares with her clients to optimize their weight loss results. So talk about TriMLT a little bit, Danny.
So it's absolutely amazing. If y'all caught my two Tuesdays ago where I'm trying to do a testimonial Tuesday, one of my clients, I have a couple of different clients that are, either pre-diabetic or type 2, but the one in particular, it was funny. She came into the gym and she was like, damn, that Somaderm TriMLT. And I was like, what? She was like, I'm feeling better and my insulin, like my numbers are coming down. I'm, weaning off of, lower doses, of it. And, so she's very hopeful that in, a month or two, give or take, that she'll be off of her meds for that. She's already off of the, was it the cholesterol, the high blood pressure? It was one of those she had, meds for or whatever. But with the TriMLT, backtrack with the GLP-1 shot, you're focusing on that one hormone, GLP-1. Okay. With TriMLT, we're focusing on the leptin, the ghrelin, and the PYY. All are, the hunger hormones. So, it's cutting the cravings. It's cutting it's curbing, I should say, your appetite. You're feeling better, and you're just feeling, I don't want to say full from it, but it's helping because it's stimulating and optimizing those hunger hormones where they're not all over the place. So you combine that with the fiber first and the TriMLT,
right?
You can't miss.
And the fact that sugar cravings are gone. So many people are like, I'm not craving sugar. So you're not even wanting the desserts, guys. If you follow the FFP method, you shouldn't even be hungry enough for dessert. But with the TriMLT, you're not even going to crave it.
Yes.
And this is the gel that we talk about so much, guys. I've got it here. Men or women, you need this. If you're 25 plus, you need this. We're telling you, your hormones are going out of whack at a young age now. But even if we just talk to perimenopause, menopausal women, trust us, try it. We talk about perimenopause symptoms going away, menopause symptoms going away. We talk about sleep, energy, mood, weight loss, and libido. Those are just 5 things out of 40 benefits that come from this product. But Danny, talk about the combo. I know you did already a little bit with the TriMLT, but how this is, getting to the root and the source of people's problems.
So again, everything is stemming from hormones. Any dis-ease to the body is stemming from imbalanced hormones. And if you're doing, how many medicines do you take to balance out your hormones, and you're not even thinking about it. Oh, I take I don't even know what the sleep one is. One of my clients in here, she was just like, doctors want me to go on, or no, she's tried right. So whatever the medicine for the hormone for the sleep is, so you're on that, you're on the GLP-1 shot to lose weight, you're on this one for that, you're on, like, stop, because this is the one-stop shop that balances out your hormones naturally, homeopathically, and it gets to the root of it. It's stimulating your very own hormones to, not necessarily start working again, but start working again like they were when you were younger.
Yeah.
And are you going to see fast results from this? No. Why? Because it's healthy. Why? Because it's homeopathic. It's going to take a slower time. So if you're on the edge or on the verge of, jumping, you don't know what to do, you're thinking about doing that GLP-1 shot, Angel and I are saying, like, at least give the Somaderm, give the gel, and the combo of the Tri-MLT, for a little bit faster results or whatever. Do that combo for at least 4 months. At least 4 months. And then if it doesn't work, you don't feel better, whatever, 60-day money back guarantee, and then go on the shot and be on your merry way.
Right. Exactly. Well, I know this is a quick one, guys, but for any information on the gel, on Tri-MLT, and those recordings, get with us, message us, whatever platform you're watching this on, just message us. I know we're even live on LinkedIn right now. So just send me a message, connect with me there. Come and follow us on Facebook. That's always the best place to find us. And we'll definitely get this in your hands, get you more information. We got videos, we got PDFs. If you're an information junkie, we got you covered. Or if you're just like, oh my gosh, I came across this video for a reason because I'm losing my mind, then we got you there too. So love you, Danny. Thank you so much. We will be live again next week, guys. We've got one of our conversations we didn't even get to today. So we definitely will have that for you next week, and we'll have more great topics. We might have a guest coming soon too. So
yes,
we got lots coming for you guys. So get in touch with us and give us some love on the post too. Let Danny know that this was super valuable. Thank you again, Danny.
Share it out with your friends, anybody that this is going to resonate with. Do the buddy system, whatever. All right. Thank you, Angel.
Thank you. We'll see you guys later.
All right. Bye.
Bye-bye.